Welcome back, guys, to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. For last episode, having arrived at Cosmo Canyon settlement, we began our exploration through it as Red 13 decided to say he was parting ways with the group now that he had arrived at his home. After defeating 2 Queen's Blood opponents, we reached the top of the town to meet with Bugenhagen and explored the Cosmo Observatory as we learn more about Planetology. Let me know.
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches of time and space. To gaze at the stars is to gaze into their past, what they once were, eons ago.
I can't say I'm all that interested in the future, but that's just how we're wired. Humans can't help but fixate on the past, on what used to be.
You won't find a larger telescope on the planet. With it, you can see to the edge of the galaxy. There's no better view of the stars than through this scope. But the lens could do with some cleaning. My apologies.
Sounds like a side quest to me. A perilously perched cloud up on high. I have a feeling that I've missed something here on the way up.
Mind your manners in front of fellow Bugenhagen.
But what have I missed?
The lights we observe here have traveled to us from the far reaches.
See, Bugenhagen has gone back downstairs. Sorry, excuse me. No, okay, never mind. Wasn't in the way, right? On the lower level, gadgets and gizmos are plenty.
That again, huh?
Ah, it's because it hadn't actually done yet. I did do everything in the right order.
The planet crying out. A sorrowful dirge indeed. One I've heard all too often of late. This tubing allows us on the surface to hear the inner voice of the planet.
What we just heard didn't come from the planet, though. That was definitely the voice of a weapon.
You seem awfully sure of yourself, miss.
Because we saw them with our own eyes. 2. In the Corel and Gungaga reactors. They were loud and huge.
A fascinating account, were it true. However, such grand delusions could be a sign of Mako poisoning. Do see a doctor.
Excuse me?
Oh. Yes. That would do them some good. Judging from everything you've said, the 3 of you are unfamiliar with basic planetology. But it is never too late to learn. Please, come with me.
Like, wait till Nanaki shows up and tells you what he's seen. Look like a fool then.
I present to you our planetarium. While the Shinra building features the latest iteration, this particular one is my original design. Now then, without further ado, This is only the beginning.
A shooting star!
Planetology is not simply the study of the cosmos and the celestial bodies that dwell in it. Rather, it is a quest to comprehend the cyclical nature of life. Behold, the planet we call home. It was from its soil, so teeming with life, that mankind was born. And like all living things, man is fated to die. So, what happens next? The body withers and returns to the planet. But what of the mind, the spirit, the soul? Much like its former vessel, it too returns whence it came. To the great river where all intertwine and circle the planet without end. A cycle of continuous convergence and divergence. The ceaseless ebb and flow that is the life stream. An apt name, though it is as much a reservoir as it is a stream, being the sum of the planet's spiritual energy. It is the very essence of our star, the blood coursing through its planetary veins. And if ever that essence were to be entirely depleted, of course, these are but basic principles of planetology.
So you're saying that Mako is spiritual energy, which we're using up?
Just so. Siphoned from the planet and processed for industry, that energy can no longer fulfill its true purpose. It is fated to fuel man's machinery, then fade away.
Okay, but does it actually fade away? I mean, what if it doesn't? What if it just returns to the life stream in a different form? Is that possible?
A novel theory, suggestive of a lack of understanding. However, that can be overcome with time and education.
You rang?
Please escort this young lady to our seminar room, would you?
Right this way. Okay.
Hey, can I come?
So this isn't a cult, right? The answer to that is kind of like, yeah. No, yeah. Let's put it this way. It's rude what he said. 100% on the basis of the fact that she is trying to understand. And also, she is trying to, like, she's just questioning. Questioning is the chance, the attempt to understand. But why? Why this? Why that? I don't quite understand your way of thinking. Give me more information. Let's exchange ideas and we'll come to a conclusion and I will learn. That is learning. This old man does think he knows everything and that anyone else who questions is wrong. But I would argue, how could you? with a scenario that's taking place.
Got a question. Planet runs out of energy. It and everything on it dies, right?
Yes.
There any way to avoid this? Like, making the spiritual energy stronger?
Why are you asking me such things? I'm sorry. I've come to realize that I'm somewhat stuck in the past. We've entered an era in which humanity exerts unprecedented influence over its environs. And as both the planet and society evolve, so too must science. And yet it seems that I cannot. Perhaps I'm much too old of a dog to learn any new tricks.
And we see the root of part of it, don't we now?
Was my explanation of planetology not to your liking? Perhaps a seminar would provide a more agreeable experience.
The lack of adaptability as you age. Which is a real, true, and frightening thing. I think the seminar room is below us.
Here we seek together.
In fact, it's outdoors by the look of it. Where the hell's the seminar room? The Flight of Scholarship is where this is. Can't just fast travel to it. I do have to walk back.
Thanks so much for taking such great care of Nanaki for us. Fellow Bugenhagen instructed me to let you take anything you think might prove useful on your journey. Check out the storeroom when you have a chance.
You mean absolutely everything? Can I take the door? Oh, look. Five whole Moogle medals. $5,000 gil. Didn't necessarily need the money, to be honest with you. It's quite a big storeroom by the look of it. I'm guessing it leads down to another door underneath. Which is the other entrance we couldn't enter. Chunk of cosmotite ore. Half expected to find a weapon, to be fair. There we go. X potion. And a crystal megaphone. Tons of megaphones in our possession now for Kate. Who's having a nice sleep, of course. And another well-placed picture on our exit. That must have scared you, me coming out of that.
Right this way.
Supposed to head downwards. I won't equip Kate just yet. Be rude to wake him. Yuffie's hanging.
Put your faith in our great mother.
This village is lame. Did you know none of the materia here is even real? And don't get me started on the planetologists. Bunch of blowhards in love with the sound of their own voice.
Why didn't you come upstairs with us?
People everywhere resolve to not.
This village is lame. And don't get me started on the
No
planetologists.
man, woman,
One must exercise patience.
You could have done some learning. Do you want to come to the seminar room?
Fellow Bugenhagen. By all means, please come and join the seminar. Follow me if you would.
They are both
Yes, sir.
one and the same. Wouldn't you agree?
You're reading my mind, sir. I asked if you could go faster in my mind. Was about to say it, and then all of a sudden you just
so
took
many
off.
Seminars. Where do I even start?
I don't know. How many seminars are we going to get? Are you ready for learning, everyone?
Blessings of the planet upon you. Fellow Bugenhagen sent word that you might be joining us. You are more than welcome to do so.
My old man.
Fellow Bugenhagen indeed.
It was a waste. Me spending all my time indoors. According to him, a big kid like me was using twice as much spiritual energy as other folks. And I was a burden on the planet. But he was wrong. That extra energy I received from the planet, it was a blessing. And after imbuing it with my compassion and intellect, I'll give it right back. No way is that a waste. It's just the opposite.
Indeed it is. Thank you for sharing.
Blessings of the planet be upon you.
Now, would anyone else like to share their story with the group?
So, my parents are no longer with us. Here, that is. But I believe they're still out there, on another plane. I've been reading a bunch of theories about this alternate world in the hope of going there someday. And over the course of my studies, I stumbled across a fascinating theory. It addressed the issue of what the life stream is, arguing that spiritual energy is actually a manifestation of our knowledge and memories. Like I said, it's a fascinating theory, but it's incomplete. What about our hopes and dreams? We remember those, don't we? So what if spiritual energy doesn't distinguish between our real, lived memories and the unrealized desires buried deep in our hearts? What if coming into contact with that energy allowed us to peer through the looking glass, so to speak? It's just an idea, but I hope to find the truth someday.
Well, isn't that splendid?
Blessings of the planet be upon you.
And may the bounty of the planet's knowledge be with you forevermore. Now then, would anyone else like to share their story? Don't be shy. Every contribution is welcome.
That's our time to step in. Cutscene time. Or at least a lot of understanding time. It'd be nice to hear what their doctrine is. Would you call it a doctrine?
What about you, miss? You must have a story to share. Please.
Me? Okay. Where to begin? I fell into the life stream. I don't have words to describe it, except beautiful, maybe? It was a lot to take in. Feelings of kindness washed over me. Long-forgotten memories came flooding back. It was a warm, comforting place. But there was also conflict. A war between the planet and its enemies. And we can't let them win. We need the planet, and it needs us. We have to rise up, fight back, defend it from this terrible threat. Thing is, I don't know how to do any of that. And I hoped you might have the answer. I'm not criticizing planetology or anything, and I'm not trying to scare anybody either. I just... you know... Never mind. This is all coming out wrong.
Please, do not be discouraged. Should you ever wish to try again, we would be more than happy to listen. What matters is that you keep challenging your beliefs. Stop doing that, and the answers will forever elude you. On that note, I think we should adjourn for the evening. The River of Lights is almost upon us, so let us head to the torch.
I'll see you at the festival.
I was as confused as I am. You're gonna be taught, not have a meeting? Now, where's this River of Lights at?
It's so great learning about planet. I ask you this.
Didn't really get to learn about planetology at all, random guy I passed. How do I go down again? This is the torch elevator, so it should be where I go. Does look way more like group therapy, yes. Nice sky, mind you. What is going on?
Look at them, gathered around the fire. Just like us that day. Me and Mom and Dad. If only we could do that again. Never mind. Just forget I said anything.
I'll lend an ear.
I'll lend an ear.
Whenever I think about my mom, my chest swells with so much pride, I feel like it'll burst. But when it comes to my dad, I just... Sorry, I can't. Still not ready. Sorry, I can't. Still not ready.
No extra dialogue there.
I had the pleasure of talking to a mentor. Said it was presumptuous of me to think I could save the planet. She decides her own fate, you see. As rain cleanses the skies, so too does she cleanse herself of filth. So what? We sit here and theorize while the planet rinses and repeats?
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
Not nothing, that's for damn sure. At the same time, though, I don't know if fighting's the answer anymore. Maybe it's time for some good old-fashioned introspection.
Here's a big question.
Planetology, Avalanche, Marlene, and me. I don't know.
Some carry a fire that rivals even this.
Did I sound as awkward as I felt?
You did good.
You did good. Can't help it if they suck at listening. I got what you were saying.
I kinda wanted everyone to get it, though.
To hell with everyone.
Great advice. Thanks.
Was it really great advice? I mean, I kind of got it. I understand. I don't think you really explained it bad. It's just concepts that they couldn't even dream of. Who'd have thought that you could fall into the life stream? That you could be swallowed by a weapon? That you could see an internal struggle going on with the planet, you know? That just really sounds crazy. It's true. It sounds crazy.
When you die, you return to the planet? Pfft, That has literally got to be the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Once you die, that's that.
Why do you think that?
Why do you think that?
Yeah.
I just do. I believe in anything else until I see some actual proof.
There it is. Everyone's up to blue now.
How much longer are they gonna be doing this?
Well, you see, they love to do this kind of thing.
Man, I can't wait to see what they've got planned. Some say we're like grains of sand on the beach of the universe. Fatalist idiots. Spend my whole life trying to prove them wrong. But sitting here, looking up at the sky, you can't help feeling pretty minuscule. Like a grain of sand on the beach that is the universe.
But I want to speak to you more.
So, I'm an ancient. As in, a steward of the planet. One of those ancients. Or, to be more precise, the only ancient. For the most part, it's been a source of pain. I've been held against my will. I've been watched. I've been ignored. Even hated. And it's been that way ever since I was little. My blood's been nothing but a curse. If I ever started to forget, something would remind me of what I was and bring me crashing back down to Earth. It was always the same. Time after time. I'd be shown a glimmer of hope, only to have it snatched away. I was never gonna be normal. That much was clear.
I'll smile at her.
So my blood's been a curse, but it's also been a blessing. It's brought some wonderful people into my life, friends that I love. And for once, I think I'm okay. Happy even. And all that pain feels worth it. Even if I can't lead a normal life, there is one thing I can do. Return their kindness. And try to make the most of what I've been given.
There! It is time!
Whoa!
Pretty sappy, huh? Meant every word, though.